Now, in this video, we are going to take up one more program. The use of comparison operators. How we can compare the operator, and the description is, this is a comparison operator which is equal, double equals, compare if it is true, not equal to, compare if not true, less than, check if less than, greater than, check if greater than, less than or equal to, check if lesser or equal to, greater than or equal to, check if greater or equal to. Suppose if I say A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 10. So print A is equal to B. So true if equals. So what does it mean? If this condition, when you are comparing the value of A and B, if this condition is true, if these two are equal, then it will be true. Then what happens? Otherwise it becomes false. So you can see the output is false. Similarly, A is not equal to B, true if not equal. If 5 is not equal to 10, the condition is true. So output is true. Similarly, A is greater than B, true if A is greater than B. That is 5 is greater than 10, condition is false, so output is false. Similarly, A is less than B, true if A is less than B. That is 5 is less than 10, condition is true, output is true. Then, similarly, A is less than or equal to B, true if A is less than or equal to B. That is 5 is less than or equal to 10. Since it is 5 is less than 10, so obviously the output is true. Then print A is greater than or equal to B, true if A is greater than or equal to B. That is 5 is greater than or equal to B, condition is false. So program to check. So now we will go for this particular operation first. So to do that, first I will take A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 10. Print A is double equals B, then A is equal to B, then print A is not equal to B, then print A is less than B, A is less than B or greater than B, print A is less than B, okay, then print A is less than or equal to B, then print A is greater than or equal to B. So these are the values. Now when you want to run the program, so what you will go to get? So first it will going to take the assigning the value of A is equal to 5, then B is equal to 10. A is equal to B? No, the condition is false. Then A is not equal to B, that is 5 is not equal to 10. Yes, condition is true. Is 5 is greater than B? 5 is greater than 10, condition is false. Then A is less than B, 5 is less than 10, condition is true. A is less than or equal to B, condition is true because 5 is less than or equal to B. It is less than. A is greater than or equal to B, 5 is greater than or equal to B. Both the conditions are false. So you will going to get false. So this is how you will be able to run the program. Now we will going to go for the program to check the logical operators. How does the logical operators works? In the logical operator, the first thing is AND operator. Returns true if both the conditions are true. To check x is between 0 and 9 or not. How to check that? Suppose if x is equal to 2. So if x is greater than 0 and x is less than 9, so that means since I am giving the value of x as 2, is 2 is greater than 0? Yes, the condition is true. And 2 is less than 9? Yes, the condition is true. So true and true is true. So print x is between 0 and 9. Obviously, when you type 2, x is between 2 and 9. Yes, it will going to print x is between 0 and 9. Similarly, if x is equal to 10, if x is greater than 0, that is 10 is greater than 0, the condition is true, and 10 is less than 9, the condition is false. So here what happens? True and false. True and false is always false. If both the conditions are true, then only it is true. Otherwise it becomes false. Then if this condition is true, print x is between 0 and 9. But what is the value of 10? 10 is not between 0 and 9. So else print x is not between 0 and 9. That is basically because this entire condition becomes false. So since false, it will go and skip this statement and goes to the else statement and prints this value, x is not between 0 and 9. Now then the OR operator, that is the second one, returns true if one of the condition is true. To check if x is between 0 and 9 or not. So first x is equal to 2. If x is less than 0 and x is greater than 9. So is x 2 is less than 0? No. Or 2 is greater than 9? No. Both the conditions are false. So obviously it will not going to execute this statement. Print x is not between 0 and 9. Else x is between 0 and 9. So since both the conditions are false, then obviously it will going to write the output as x is between 0 and 9. Yes. Now we will go for another one. X is equal to 10. If x is less than 0 or x is greater than 9, if this condition is true, print x is not between 0 and 9. Yes, print x is between 0 and 9. So if you take this value x is equal to 10, is 10 is less than 0, condition is false, or 10 is greater than 9, condition is true. If any one of these condition is true, then it is true. X is not between 0 and 9. Correct? Yes. So else x is between 0 and 9. So x is not between 0 and 9 is the true one. So the output will be x is not between 0 and 9. So then the not operator will going to work. How? Reverse the result. Returns false if the result is true. Suppose if I say x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 5. Print not x is greater than y and y is less than x. So that means 10 is greater than 5, yes, condition is true. And 5 is less than 10, yes, condition is true. So then what happens? Not true and true. Correct? So true and true is true, not true means false. So output is false. So this is how you will be able to execute, or will be able to explain how these logical operators will going to work with it. So now we have taken up to here. Now we are going to check for the logical operator. So to do that, first I will go to this value, x is equal to 2. So I will say x is equal to 2. Then if x is greater than 0 and x is less than 9, okay, then print x is between 0 and 9. Correct? X is between 0 and 9. Else x is print x is not between 0 and 9. Now we are going to check this. So I will go for this. So x is equal to 2. First it will take the value of x is 2. Is 2 is greater than 0? Yes. 2 is less than 9? Yes, both the conditions are true. So it will comes to this, x is between 0 and 9. The rest of the statement will going to be skipped. So x is between 0 and 9. So that is x is between 0 and 9. Suppose if I take the same value with x is equal to 10. So then see what happens. So here first x is equal to 10, it will take the value is 10 is greater than 0, condition is true, and 10 is less than 9, condition is false. True and false is false. So the entire statement becomes false. Since the entire statement becomes false, it will going to skip this line and it comes to the else statement. Print x is not between 0 and 9. So you are going to get x is not between 0 and 9. So this is how you will be able to execute this. Now we will go for the OR operator. Returns true if one of the condition is true. Suppose if I take x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. Then we will say x is less than 0. X is less than 0. Then or x is greater than 9. Or x is greater than 9. If this condition is true, x is not between 0 and 9. X is not between 0 and 9. Else, x is between 0 and 9. Now we will try to check this. Go to debug Python file. So run this. X is equal to 2 is 2 is less than 0. Condition is false. Or 2 is greater than 9. False. False or false is always false. So since both the conditions are false here, so obviously if any one of the condition is false, if any one of the condition is true, then it should be true. So here both these are false. False or false is always false. So it will go to skip this statement and it comes to the else statement. X is between 0 and 9. What is the value of x now? X value is 2. So 2 is between 0 and 9. You can see x is between 0 and 9. So the next case, when it comes to this, I will going to take the value as x is equal to 10 now. X is equal to 10. And then again we are applying the same conditions. X is less than 0 or x is greater than 9. So we will check how much it will want to consider. So come to this. Then x is equal to 10. Yes, is 10 is less than 0. Condition is false. Or 10 is greater than 9. Condition is true. So false or true is always true. X is not between 0 and 9. So the output will be x is not between 0 and 9. Next we are going to go for the NOT operator. Now we are going to take x is equal to 10. Then y is equal to 5. Then print. Not x is greater than y and y is less than x. And y is less than x. Okay. Now we are going to check. So first x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 5. Then it will comes to this. Is 10 is greater than 5, condition is true, and 5 is less than 10, condition is true. True and true is always true. So not true means what? It should be false. So you will going to get false. So you will going to get false. So this is how that is the comparison operators and the logical operators works in the Python program. Thank you.